We're going to talk about the future of Paul Pogba now. Interesting comments made by interim manager Ralf Rangnick, who said that Pogba will be determined to return to form for United, even if his motivation is to earn a new deal elsewhere.
Yes, of course. I also played Nemanja Matic now in the last games, and he's also his contract is also expiring. By the way, my contract as a manager is also expiring in the summer. So for us, we have the same goal. We have the same ambition to be as successful as we can possibly be in the next 3 or 4 months. So for me, it's not a question if a player has an expiring contract. The question is, how much does he still wants to be part of this group? How much does he still feel emotionally and physically on board? And as long as this is the case, why shouldn't a Paul Pogba now, after 2.5 months of injury, being fully fit again now? And he also wants to show up. He wants to show the fans of Manchester United, the board, the whole world, what kind of player he can be. And even if it's for only to showing up for a new contract elsewhere, I mean, he will be highly motivated to do that. And why shouldn't I then not play him? But as I said, there is a difference of how do players deal with their current situation? How do they handle that? And if they handle that in a professional way, in an ambitious way, of course I can and will play players, although they have a contract expiring in the summer.
Yeah, so Pogba returned to training this week after injury. His contract expires this summer. He's not been offered a new deal since last summer and is still deciding whether to extend his stay at United. This is one that just keeps on going on and on and on. I mean, how many times have we spoken about Paul Pogba on these shows throughout the windows? Shaban, does Rangnick have a point in what he's saying about finding that motivation?
It's a win-win for Paul Pogba. Play the best you can at Manchester United between now and your deal being up at the end of the summer, or do your best now and hopefully Juventus and Real Madrid will come calling and they'll make a nice bit of money for him as well. But, 6 years at the club, 89 million, and it's been a tale of two halves, that's what I will say. I mean, we've seen Pogba at the best and then we've seen him just really not give it at all. Taking a look back at some of his few seasons, the last 3 seasons actually, let's go from when they won the World Cup with France, 2018 and 19, that was a brilliant season. 47 games, 16 goals and 11 assists. 19 to 20 season was 22 games, 1 goal and 3 assists, a real dip in form there. And then 2020-21 season, 42 games, 6 goals and 6 assists, not too bad at all. And 2021 season, up to his injury, 13 games, no goals but 7 assists, and that all happened at the start of the season. 4 assists in that first game against Leeds. He's not played under Ralf Rangnick yet. He's got this thigh injury at the moment, but as we hear from Ralf there, he's keen to get back. He needs to show Manchester United that he deserves another contract, or show the world that he can get a contract elsewhere.
In fairness though, he's not played in a particularly great Manchester United team. It's not exactly the greatest era for Manchester United, is it? And when he was, I presume when he was sold a vision of what the Manchester United was going to be like on his return, hasn't quite happened, has it? We've seen he's worked under different head coaches, different systems, and the team hasn't been built around him, rightly or wrongly, but it hasn't, and that's what it was. He went to the midfield, he had PLO behind him and other players, but effectively he had a safety blanket to be able to do what he wanted to do, what he was best at, and then came to a United where he's played in different positions. He played out wide, he's played deep, and he's occasionally played. So I know I get criticised for being a Pogba apologist. I get that, but all I'm saying is there's a lot of people that jump on the back of anything that he does, but there's always another side to it.
Of course, but you talk about that first game back of the season under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He said he gave him that creativity. Go and play the way you want to play. Outstanding. Just do that with him again. I can't understand how it doesn't work sometimes.
Still played him on the left that game though.
I know, but it worked. It worked, and that's what's important. Just play him when he's good.